So, what is going on, everyone? Uh, oh yeah, we're in this thing. So what's going on, everyone? This is I'm Ninja,
I'm Bree.
and this is Bree Ninja Network, and we're bringing you guys episode 38. Yeah, 38. And we are talking with maybe the final of the NBA Finals. Oh my goodness. So we haven't been on since the NBA Finals started. And our predictions were Warriors is going to take it. Go ahead, Bree. Go ahead. Let them know what it is.
I said Warriors in 6 or Toronto in 7. So it looks like my theory of Toronto in 7 is on track. Because there's no way the Warriors are going to
Not. It's mathematically not possible, seeing that they are now 3-1 going into this game 5.
I won't be shocked if Toronto just closes it out tonight. I think it's really unfortunate because
Today we had grand news. For the first time since he was out since the first round?
he's not for a whole month.
Was
No.
the second round? It was like mid-second round?
Wasn't it like the first game of Portland?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it was pretty much the whole, like I remember
Month. So KD's back after a month of being out. He's only practiced for one day. He's supposed to play for game 5. But will that really I don't know.
the discussion me and Bree had, I gave it to her like this. So far in this season, the Raptors, with or without KD, have seen the Warriors at this point 6 or 7 times. And they have won all of those games except one. I think I think it might be a wrap tonight. Regardless, unless KD goes for 50, Steph goes for 50, Clay goes for 50.
I don't think KD's completely healthy.
I think he might be rushing back this comeback now.
It's like their last string of hope, and it's like to save face for him to say that he didn't completely give up on them. But I don't know. Like I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto takes it tonight, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if the series still goes to a game 7. So
I just
the problem with the Warriors this series is Kawhi gets his, like, no matter what. He's going to get his 30 points or whatever. The thing is like, no matter, like, they'll shut one person down, but then someone else steps up. It's like Pascal showed up game 1. They shut him down game 2.
Game 2.
Kyle Lowry.
Pascal and Van Fleet
showed up for game 1.
Van Fleet.
They shut them down for game 2, but Kyle Lowry stepped up. And then they won game 3, but then game 4, Ibaka had a great game. So it's like they just need that one extra person to step up on top of Kawhi Leonard scoring him 30-plus points, and it seems like the Warriors just can't stop them, basically. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Should be a good game.
It was from watching the games. We admit that in the beginning it was good defense played on both ends, but I guess the wavering end was more on the Warriors because they're the only ones who can't get their offense. They're not playing offense like they're used to playing. They're used to playing fast pace, scoring 110, 120 points a game. Toronto's been keeping them to 90, 100, and the Warriors have been doing the same to them. However, it's always them on, they always have that 9 or 10 point lead. The games never get to beyond, I want to say, 15 points on either side. But on the defensive end, Toronto's making the stops, and like Bree said, they have the bench or the supporting cast that are actually making up at least double digits.
It's so
we have
annoying.
there's a couple Warriors that aren't even making, that are all stars like Draymond Boogie, who aren't even making 10. They can't even make 10. It's I would say Draymond's doing a lot more because he has a little bit. No, in game 4 he had 5 turnovers like by himself, and oh my God!
But Boogie had like 5 turnovers right after him, so it was like
Boogie too. Yeah, they just
their presence on the floor is crucial. Their defense, but it's just like, what are they doing offensively? Warriors need help offensively. Defense isn't bad. But what are they doing offensively? They need help. They can't depend on Steph to score 50.
Yeah, I mean, the game he did.
I feel like Clay does his role. That game that Clay came back, Steph only scored, 17? So. But, I don't know. I just won't be surprised if it's a wrap tonight, but.
Nah, most likely will be.
I won't be surprised if it's not either. So it's the Warriors we're talking about.
As we
the
said,
champions.
if it does go to Game 7, it's going to be Toronto's because at this point the Warriors would have to win.
Beat them 3 times.
They would have to do what the Cavs did to them, and there is no LeBron James on the Warriors, so. Or Kyrie Irving, apparently.
According to people, KD is now better than LeBron and #1 in the league.
I'm not disagreeing. Like, healthy KD is a force to be reckoned with versus, he has a lot more years on, he'll be in the league for at least 10 more years. So, yeah, passing the torch. He's about to eventually, and he's about to eclipse LeBron in rings. Like, people consider that stuff too. Like, or no, this will be his second.
No, it'll be his third.
Oh, it will be his third. So he will be
tied with LeBron.
Matched with LeBron in rings. You know what I mean? So, like, as far as people look at those, accolades, yes, it's time. I mean, KD was always my number 2 in the league when Kobe was in the league. If I'm being honest, it was Kobe, KD, then LeBron.
I just don't see KD going hard tonight. I see him saving himself for free agency.
Yeah, it's rough in these free agencies. There's so many talks about who's going. Everyone goes to the Knicks. We said this before. We said this. Everyone's saying it.
I think KD will go to the East, but I don't think he's the #1 free agent anymore. I think for sure it's Kawhi Leonard now.
Oh yeah, Kawhi get this ring. If he gets another ring and he brings us to a city outside, Toronto outside, first year, all this history, all this stuff.
Kawhi's the #1 free agent.
And then he leaves. Oh my! Every team's gonna be jumping on him like hotcakes.
He already hasn't committed. Said he hasn't bought property. Says he hasn't.
No one wants to live in Toronto.
Whether he wants to resign.
Drake can make it seem as fun as he wants, but it's not that fun.
Drake is super annoying right now.
Oh my gosh! But that song with him and Chris Brown apparently is fire. We listened to it. It was cool. But we also think that if Toronto wins, Drake is gonna release a whole new. He said he wasn't releasing new music this year. He has an album that he made, I believe, or at least a mixtape for when Toronto wins this championship. It'll be something like it'll be called Leonard or something. Kawhi.
Forever.
Kawhi. You can't call it Kawhi because I think Childish Gambino called
Drake just can't talk to me because he has tattoos of Steph and KD on him. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like we are. I wish. Oh man, if y'all was in the house this weekend, we was watching that game we had some conversations. But yes. Little wish we can't tattoo one team on your arm and then be repping and massaging coaches on others. It's just a lot. But off of Drake, we're talking basketball, and that's really all we got to say. Next, that's
our finals prediction.
No, I mean if tonight goes, if KD scores 50, like we said in this game. If it looks obliterated, we might be back on the channel and have to talk a little bit more. You know what I mean?
That's not happening.
If anything, for sure, we definitely have to discuss. Movie review. Whoop, Dark Phoenix. We're not gonna do it right now, but I mean, I guess it's mixed reviews because the critics gave their review. They said it was bad. I personally, as a fan of the X-Men.
Are we doing it now or not?
No. We're not gonna do it now. I'm just gonna say.
You're about to go into it now.
I'm not gonna go all into it.
I think you should go see Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Bree thinks you. But we will explain why when you just call it a non-spoiler review. The next one we will be telling y'all all this because at this point it's the end of the Fox
X-Men.
The Fox X-Men before they come back to Marvel, baby. So we'll have more to talk about them in the future for sure.
Anyways.
Other than that. Let us know who you guys think is going to win tonight in this very crucial Game 5. Do you think the Warriors going to sneak one back? Because it's in Toronto, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost both home court advantage. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one because even if it goes to Game 7, it's going to end on home court for Toronto. So I don't know how many people believe in like the home court advantage thing, but it is a thing to some people. And Toronto has a bunch of it for these last couple games. So.
I just have 2 more.
Huh?
Nothing.
They only need one more. That's exactly what I'm saying. They only need one more. That's all they need. So, Yeah. Let us know who you guys think will win this game 5. If you think the Warriors are gonna come through and just upset the world and just they'll be the second team if they pull an upset.
Upset.
The only team that's ever done it, before them is the team that did it to them. So
let's not talk about that.
2006. So are they gonna make history, or is Toronto a team is making history at this point, regardless? So who do y'all think is gonna make history? Let us know in the comments. And let us know, I guess, a preliminary if you've seen Dark Phoenix too. How you feel about X-Men?
He clearly doesn't like it.
It wasn't like the worst, like Bree said, or like you told people, it wasn't the worst X-Men. Apocalypse was still trash.
Anyways.
So yeah, moving on.
Bye.